Hey guys, it's Black Bart here. We are bringing you a speed build, a couple of them actually, in this video. The gearing is almost identical, so we're going to go over the gearing here. It is really easy. You're just going to go for all agility bases with the most amount of agility that you can possibly get on these. Anything sockets, you're going to put barrels in them and the barrel gems and get more agility out of them. And then anything of this type, the support type, you're still going to put barrels in because they give you flat movement speed, or percent movement speed, excuse me. The other attributes you're looking for on here are all attributes and percent attributes, or flat agility, but usually they don't stack and it re-rolls off the next time you log in. So look for all attributes, those won't screw them up. Same thing with these. Percent attributes is technically better because we're running such a high number, but any of these. The only pieces that need to be a specific type are these two, and you're looking for Thief Sash and Thief Outfit. I don't have one, but here's an example of one. Preferably 3-socket with some agility on it would be great, but really what you're looking for is that +1 to stamina regeneration. Mine here has great stats, it just doesn't have that +1 to stamina generation. So on the longer runs that are about a minute to a minute and a half, you're going to lose every time to somebody who has one of these that's outfitted correctly. The one variation that we're going to show you first uses a pistol, so you're going to use an agility pistol with physics great, and then physical damage, and then another agility dagger, which is terrific. If you're doing the second variation with just both daggers, then you're going to go with 2 of these. Plain and simple. The other thing is you're going to want to get great stamina potions. And it does make a difference between the large stamina potions because there's only 4 charges of these versus 6. So get all great and get all agility or all attributes, or both if you find them. I haven't been able to be that lucky with finding them on worthless stuff, because these actually come with stamina regeneration percentage, so you need to have those socketed. Cool, that's the gear. Okay, so we're going to get into the build tree here. I'm not sure if you guys are liking these full build outs like this, but I personally like them. So if you guys have a problem with watching these longer videos, let me know. I'll shorten them up and we'll just go over the big stuff. But we're going to cruise through the Legionary and just kind of cruise through everything because nothing in here really matters. It's really just cruising straight through into your, to get Pestilence here. That's really the only reason why I'm coming this way. And this is for the pistol variation, so we don't really care about dash because it doesn't dash with the pistol and dagger combo. Then we're going to come down here into the hunter section, and we're just going to grab these 3, up to here. To get the uncommon kills, you get more movement speed, and then we'll just scoot around. And we're going to grab these 2 for the stamina regeneration, and then we're going to keep moving. We're going to move on here. These are all movement nodes, every single one of them. They're not terribly important. Stamina regeneration, damage with daggers, movement speed. During each time you hit something, reset when you're hit, so you try not to get hit very often. We're going to go in this direction here. This point is very important. When you're invisible using your infiltrator, you can spam your files and actually spam stamina regeneration. But you lose your 10% movement speed, so you only really want to use this at the end, unless it's a really long one. Dodge roll through enemies, that's important, and we're just going to move on to the next section here. Agility, can't say enough about a 20% agility. And then we grab the 1 power coating over here. We're going to make our way through all of the dodge roll nodes, because duh. And we'll grab these 2 damage. We don't really need them, but we have extra points in this build, so... We're going to cruise around to the agility here, through the crit, and then over to that. We are going to grab a couple of points over here, which seems counterintuitive, but these actually have spell cast speed, and really we're going for the 10% cooldown. And then I forgot these 2 over here. We're actually going to go into Trickster. Gives a little bit more damage and 5 agility. Can't go wrong there. This is the build for using a dagger and a pistol. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy, not a whole lot of problems there. Okay, the other variation is with 2 sets of daggers. It's a little bit different here. We're going to actually push towards a lot of dash nodes, so we're actually going to come through this way, go to the one-hand nodes, over to this one here is the important one. This one we don't really care about, but dash range with 25%, which is great. We're going to cruise over and grab our pestilence again, but this time we're going to crush past it, and we're going to grab another 30% range to our dash. We're going to cruise through and grab Headhunter just because it's so powerful with the 10% movement speed. These are worthless. And we're just coming up here to grab stamina regeneration. We're actually going to make this part a little bit different. We're going to skip this node here because it's just not as helpful when it comes down to it. 1% whenever movement speed, whenever someone's near you, you're not going to be near people that often. And then we're just going to cruise over, get the invisibility file spam, grab the 20% agility node there, through our dodge roll again, up here, crit, and we're just going to crush straight around to the dash node over here, because this gives us no cooldown on our dash. And this is the build as it sits, so that we get the extra 55% range on our dash. We grab some stamina. We got a lot of movement nodes in here. We're looking pretty good. From there, the stat allocation is really boring. It's just all into agility. Nothing to that at all, and that's exactly the same between either one of those. So, pretty simple. The skills we're going to use are almost identical between both of these builds. Obviously, one of them, the one with the pistols, is going to use your elemental ammunition, but you'll have an empty slot here if you are just using the daggers. Then you're going to have infiltration on here so that you can go invisible and spam files. You're going to have whirlwind, which you're going to tap mobs with and kill them as you go to be able to get a little bit of a boost on movement speed and to burn some rage. You'll have contagion ready to go. That way you always have access to rage, which is good. Holy dive, which is just really to get over barriers, and then attack speed out of the battle art. And then this is where the change comes in. You either have arrow rain whenever you're using a pistol, and then you have brutal strike, just like this. Brutal strike if you are using dual daggers. For the arrow rain, I just keep it mixed up a little bit here. We got arrow rain with wider effect because I don't really care about the resource cost, and then more damage instead of having it last longer. Alright, couple things to go over just with the pistol build. Is this skill here is going to be your ammunition type. You're going to want to go with shock because it'll stun the final boss since you're not one-shotting him like the dagger build with brutal strike. You really need to hold them in place. A lot of them teleport from side to side, so need to have that on shock or freeze. I think they both work, but shock seems to be a little bit more consistent. We're going to run through a quick run here, just show you a couple of things. We're basically going to start our contagion the second we're going in, so we're going to hit it and then go. We're going to hold down our dodge roll and just kind of spam. Try to hit those guys with whirlwind because it does make us go faster in multiple ways. Don't miss your stuff there. Make sure to hit the blues on the way in. Launch your stuff and close it out. 23. That's pretty decent around there. Not bad. That's the build there in action. It's like the third or fourth time I recorded this because I've screwed it up like 5 times. I definitely got to give some shout outs here. We're going to give some shout outs to Scoogin. We're going to give some shout outs to Crummy, Samson, and those are the guys that I can think of off the top of my head that have helped in making some of these builds. So I cannot claim that I've 100% made these from the scratch, but I can say that we've gotten them to a point where we've perfected them. And or at least these variations of them. There's still many more to come, but definitely excited to bring you guys some more builds here soon, just throughout the other different variations of things, not just speed runs. But yeah, super excited. You can catch any of those guys I mentioned. I have their Twitch stuff posted down here. I'm on Twitch hopefully every night at 9 during the week, and then some random ones scattered throughout. Feel free to come and see me, chat, give me trouble, give me comments, see how I can make these videos better here for you. And I figured since this was a speed run, I should make this as speedy as possible while still being thorough. You guys have a good night. I will catch you